Hello everyone and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode we did a lot of different side quests involving Zazadan. I don't know why I'm speaking like William Shatner. We did a lot of different side quests involving Zazadan here in Satorl Marsh. This time we are going to be finally moving on with the main quest a bit, and you can see from the map we basically need to get up to the upper right. You can walk up that flowing stream. It is technically in some ways easier than what I'm going to do, but it is far more frustrating, I find, just because, not frustrating, it's just time consuming. You just got to go there and just run uphill in kind of like knee-deep water, and it just takes ages for you to actually move up it. Instead, we are going the top way. The top way is full of level 82 bale-fail goggles. These are scary. Don't start fights with them, but their detection range is not great. Oh, it got me there, though. Fuck-a-doodle-doo!
This isn't going well.
Oh, I really thought this would get me out of combat with it. Well, you know, we're going this way. I think they've changed this. Because I'm moving much faster. Oh, no, they haven't. It's just, it look. I got optical illusion is what happened there. So it looked like I was moving faster than I was because I was judging my movement speed relative to the water running downhill. And I was only looking at the water, and I was like, oh, it looks like I'm moving really fast, but I am actually going quite slowly. But yeah, you can sneak past those goggles, but I didn't. But it's worth doing so because you get a location that is very handy. No, it's a location, not a landmark, so. Oh, let's go to a bugger, why not? Bugger, why not? Bugger it, I kind of meant to say, but I certainly didn't. If we go up here, I also really like these kind of like crystally things that stick out in Satorl Marsh. You see them around quite a fair bit. I guess they're just kind of weird growths on the Bionis. We're kind of on the Bionis's left hip here at the moment, basically. The place of Judgement. There we go. There's a little kind of altar up there with a sword bearing Spooky on it. That'll become relevant in the future, I'm sure. But yeah, we're on the kind of crest of the Bionis left hip. And about to work our way up from there, because we're kind of going around. Put it this way, if Colony 6 was the Bionis crotch, and as someone pointed out, helpfully even has an outlet drainage pipe exactly where the Bionis's outlet drainage pipe should be. Here we go, now we get up to the Oath Sanctuary, which is kind of cool. But what we want to do is here, when we get the landmark, which, and again, it's not a landmark, I don't think, but it's a location. The Mauk Floodgates. But yeah, if Colony 6 is the Bionis crotch, we are definitely working our way around to the Bionis ass. And that comes with all the effects you'd expect for the Bionis ass. That'll be in a couple of episodes' time. For now, where we're heading for is up at the top here, which we're basically at. And there's two massive statues on either side, which are the Sororal Statues. Look at that.
The upper regions are through that entrance. You gotta go through Magna Forest first. Prison Island is at the Bionis head, just above Magna Forest.
It pains me to say it, but this is the point where I turn back. I must see to the survivors, and I'm also very concerned about Colony 9.
I understand. Thank you for everything.
I might have said a few things I shouldn't have back in the mine. Forgive me.
No, it's okay.
I owe you my life, young man. I'll never forget it, heir to the Monado. Medic, will you stay with them?
I want to help Shulk. The Mekon must pay for what they did. And I'm sure Gaddo is still alive somewhere. If he is, I have to find him.
Find him for me too. Good luck.
Sharla, I want to go with the Tharon.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I've never seen anything cooler than Shulk smashing Mekon with the Monado. But I'm just slowing you down.
No way, kid. You just need to shape up like me.
It's okay. I've made up my mind. Compared to you guys, I know I'm pretty useless.
You can say that again.
But that's cool. Because I know what I can do. I'm gonna go back to the colony and help the survivors rebuild their lives.
You'll do us proud, kid. Good luck, Juju.
Thanks.
Shulk, Ryan, keep Sharla safe for me.
Dixon, are you leaving too?
The Mekon may be gone from Colony 6 now, but that doesn't mean we've seen the last of them. When they launch another attack, and they will, Colony 9's gonna need my help.
Yeah. I guess you're really needed at the colony.
This ain't the last you'll see of me. You should be alright for now. Look after the Monado.
You can bet on it. We won't let the colony down.
You'll make us proud, Shulk. You, on the other hand, need to buck up your ideas. How else are you gonna protect Shulk?
Thanks for the heads up, Dixon.
Good luck. See ya. Can't say I feel so good about deceiving these kids.
What's that you say?
Oh, just mumbling. Forget I said anything.
Ooh, some spooky foreshadowing there from Dixon. So they've I kind of forgot they were all with. I knew Dixon was still with us, but I forgot Thorin and especially Juju were there with us. But there we go. Let's head onwards. Juju wants to restore Colony 6 to its former glory. Visit Colony 6. Maybe there's something you can do to help during breaks in the story. We'll be first looking into that next episode, end of this episode, I think. But this is a whole complex side quest of the rebuilding of Colony 6. We'll get there. We've actually seen some visions already when we've collected certain collectibles, and someone's like, and Ryan, I think, was like, we can help this will help us rebuild Colony 6. But there's a Nopon here who actually has a main story quest for us. Wow, amazing! I never think Hom would come here. There are lots of ancient High Entia ruins around here. You come to find rare things to sell? Huh? You want to go to top bit of Bionis? I tell you how for free. You need to do Ancient High Entia Coming of Age ceremony. You know about it? It tests for High Entia boys to become men in olden days. First, you need to find 4 offerings scattered around Satorl. Then put adulthood emblem in front of Sororal Statues. That will open path to top of Bionis. This is only way. It's dangerous. Be careful. So this gives us the Ancient Ceremony and Ancient Ceremony offerings. So connect the Blue Radiant from Igna Territory, the Rainbow Radiant from the Altar of Fate, the Dull Radiant from the Dark Swamp, and the White Radiant from the Basin Cave. I forgot to say, use Nopon Merchant can tell you everything you need. You would say that, wouldn't you? So if we open up the map, we'll see they are quite scattered. The first one we're going to aim for is the White Radiant. It's in a place called Basin Cave that we've not actually seen to before. Also, statues of High Entia there. There's one there and then one on the other side. These are the Sororal Statues, which you will see referenced quite a lot throughout the game. Sororal meaning sisters in this sense, as in sorority. And the 2 High Entia sisters of legend are referenced quite a lot throughout the game, and their name is actually where Satorl Marsh comes from, because they're called... We learn their names kind of from... Okay, the game never tells you this, but in names of various other places in the game, you learn that those 2 sisters are called Saltnar and Catorl, which is where Satorl Marsh comes from, the smooshing of the 2 names together. There you go. But this little bit here is Basin Cave, and it's a handy, actually, little shortcut from the upper area by the Sororal Statues. I keep going Sororal. It's a shortcut from the Sororal Statues down to the rest of Satorl Marsh. Sororal. This is just really... Ooh, that's a weird... Those blue things were based on the camera. That was really weird. They kind of went into me. Anyway, over here we have a little altar here which has our White Radiant on it. That's one of our offerings, and I'm not tracking this with the visualizer as ever because it's a main story quest. I only track optional shit, as you know. Because the game's pretty good at tracking mandatory shit by, you know, actually progressing through the game. Anyway, if we hop out here, we end up at an area we've not really been to before, which is kind of this area over above the kind of swamp to the northeast-ish. And we can see the place where the Rainbow Radiant is, which is up on the Altar of Fate, which has a surprisingly sinister name that's up there. There we go. There's some brogs, which, like, so many of the names are just so bizarre, and it's like Detox Brog. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, and a level 84 Rogel. Let's avoid being seen by that, I think. We must be fairly close to doing the Collectopedia now, but I think this is one of the first ones we're going to have to do some real grinding for. That gets us the Rainbow Radiant. Up next, we need to go... Actually, we need to go straight to the east. Not because there's anything we particularly need over there, but it looks like there is a collectible that we need for... Not Zezadan, the other Nopon we've been helping out. Bakoko. We're still helping Bakoko make ham. Make ham. Good one. Well, we got all that fucking rabbit ham last episode. No, we're helping him make camp, and we need a few more feather leaves. 2 more following that one, so I'm going to just kind of keep an eye out for them. Since here, at the moment here, we're going to be doing a lot of running around tutorial anyway. Up here, we have got a... Is this Earth or Electric? Earth ether deposits. For next time, we're back in Colony 9, and I need to now go to the... I need to go to the Dark Swamp down here for the Dull Radiant. Oh, ooh, and there's a collectible over there as well. Let's actually warp to the Silent Obelisk first and get that collectible, and then we'll head over to the Dark Swamp via the Shining Swamp. Shining Pool. Dark Swamp, Shining Pool. There we go. I bamboozle myself sometimes. So, from up here, we can hop down to get... Oh no, I'm going to take a lot of damage from this and land in the Dark Swamp. Okay, this is going to be a bit rough. Oh no, we'll be fine. We'll easily make it. I forget how slowly these actually do damage you. It's really hard to take much of a hit from it. There is our Dull Radiant, and then finally we need the White Radiant, which is up here in Igna territory. And there's no easy way there other than to walk from the Glowing Obelisk. So, unlike the other ones, this Radiant is actually guarded. It's guarded by a load of Ignas and one of my favourite unique monster names, Aggressive Cornelius. And boy, does he live up to his name. So, let's fight him, and we'll kind of show this by and large because it's a unique monster fight. So, I'll start with... We'll let Dumbman engage first. Oh, you saw me, really? Dumbman, take the aggro, please. That's literally what you're here for. There we go. I mean, I'm going to take it right back when I backslash him, I bet you. That's the concern of being shocked. Right, let's see if we can break this guy. He clearly resists break. Cool. Right, gotta think fast then. Basically, once you get into a fight that lasts more than like a couple of arcs, you know you're into basically chain attack kind of territory. Oh, we have broken him. Now we've toppled him, and we can hopefully daze him. Yeah, now we can get some good hits in and build up that chain attack gauge a little bit. Oh no, he's lucky. I thought he was aggroed on me, but he was just aggroed on Dumbman. Wow, he's not putting up much of a fight. I don't think we're even going to need a chain attack. We're not even going to get to a chain attack, is my point. Let's slit him from the side. Oh no, we do get a chain attack. Excellent. I'm just going to position myself behind, and hopefully we can boom in with this chain attack. So, backslash first. And then this might actually just finish him. There we go. And none of his buddies even joined in the fight, which I think was so easy. I was expecting them to hop in. And they're small enemies, but, you know, more enemies can counter, and Ignas together can use a... Ooh, King Cluster. And another Pioneer. That was the fucking... one that I spent ages getting. That was at the end of the whole Zazadan arc, got me a Pioneer. And then turns out I could just find one from fucking Aggressive Cornelius the whole time. Anyway, with that, we get our final Radiant, which means we can perform the... High Entia coming of age ceremony at the Sororal Statues. So, we place the adulthood emblem on the seal. Then we get a fun surprise fight with the Satorl Guardian, which is significantly easier than the fight we just did. Let's see if we can break and topple this guy. I assume we can't, but you'll have noticed, by the way, there when I use Gale Slash, like half of my fucking arts lit up because they're all like with the chance thing, because they're all the ones that combo with Gale Slash. So, like for example, if I Gale Slash, then we can use Tempest Kick, which does a bit of damage to him, and also will remove a buff, which is real handy. Just lock him on over me because he's focused on Rhine. Obviously, it's the point of both of these guys to draw the aggro, but if you can split that between them as much as possible, it means no one of them is taking a ton of a beating. Now, we'll start a chain attack, and I'm actually, because we've got all three of us who can hold on quite well, I'm going to hold on to Blossom Dance in the hope that we might get a 4th level of the chain attack. So we'll open with Worldly Slash, then we'll have Rhine do a Sword Drive, we'll have Shulk do a Slit Edge. Oh, didn't quite get it. Well, I'll just fire off Blossom Dance now. 4 times Blossom Dance would have been fucking devastating. There we go. And there we go, before we used Ultra Poison Stab 3. There we go.
Let's keep it.
Unnecessarily cool staircases. Reminds me of the Earth Temple in Wind Waker. And there we go, we completed the quest and got access to the upper levels of the Bionis. But we're not going to be doing that right away. That is going to be actually in a couple of episodes' time. I've lied again. Well, no, we did make story progress this, we just not entirely. What we're actually going to do for the rest of this episode, well, first off, I want to finish up making camp, and we just need one more wool rock, so if I track the quest, that should just tell us exactly where that's going to be. Featherleaf even, not Woolrock. Target not found. There's no Featherleafs anywhere on the map? I guess I just need to run around getting collectibles then to reshuffle what they are. That's some bullshit. So, you know, and this will become a bit more relevant when we have to do even more collectible grinding in the future. 3 ways to make collectibles respawn, or like reshuffle. Either collect them, and then they'll respawn in, I think it's about 10 minutes or so. Reload the game entirely, so save, go back to the main menu and load up again. Or load at least 2 different areas to kind of force the game to fully reload this. If you just load one over level, it kind of half keeps the area you were in before in RAM, so you can go back to it quickly. Going to a first area and then a second area will force the initial area to be completely reloaded, which will reload all item orbs. But this is handy to get things we need probably for the Collectopedia as well. I should check what we actually need for the Collectopedia. We've actually, yeah, we are still missing a few things, so that's handy. Also, a couple of things here I'm naturally not sure if we ever really showed off. First off, down here we have got the Poison Swamp. Have we shown off the Poison Swamp? Let's find out. If the game says Poison Swamp, then no, I never did. Never showed off the Poison Swamp. It's like the Dark Swamp, but slightly smaller. And then also here over by, is this Zaldania Waterfall? I think it is. Yeah. Well, it's one of the ends of Zaldania Waterfall. We have this massive water ether crystal deposit, which I'll go and harvest quickly as well. We'll be back in Colony 9 in a couple of episodes' time, so I'll do some gem crafting then, definitely. Well, the good news is we've finished the nature section of the Collectopedia, so let's fill that in. And that gives us Nopal Gauntlets, and I'm very concerned. Yep, that was one of my feather leaves. Cool. Now I need 2. Fuck's sake. Sometimes I'm not the smartest man. I'm a doctor. Okay, there's a couple of feather leaves on the map now. 1 or 2, you could say. And there is our final feather leaf. Wonderful. With that, we can return to Bakoko. Thank you. This makes nice soft bed. Good sleep will make Bakoko's old body feel young again. Don't worry about it. It was nothing. It's so nice to meet kind people while traveling. You help Bakoko. Of course Bakoko pay you back. And for that he gives us some average armor, but hey, it's the good deed which counts. With that, oh, I don't think I ever pointed out, by the way, we're in Central Bionis now, our 3rd region. So there's Colony 9, which is Colony 9 in Tephra Cave, Colony 6, which is Bionis Leg, Colony 6, and the Ether Mine, and now we are into Central Bionis, the first area of that being not Magna Forest, that's our next area, being Satorl Marsh. Can we do any more on the Collectopedia? No, we still got some more veg and some more flowers together. Well, we'll have ample time to do that in the future, I think, because one of those things we're basically having to grind for, so I'll have to show you a really good point for grinding collectibles. For now, so Juju and Atharon have gone back to start the process of rebuilding Colony 6, and we can help with that. Do you remember how I pointed out that every single, or almost every quest in the refugee camp was timed? We are about to hit the point at which they expire. We can start, at any point now, we can go to Colony 6, speak to Juju, and start the migration of everyone in the refugee camp back to Colony 6. When you do that, and you can trigger it at any point in the game or not, we're also going to find out next episode what this glowing nonsense is about, but once you trigger that, everyone in the refugee camp goes to Colony 6. Once they're in Colony 6, you can't do any quests that you could have done for them while they were on Bionis Leg, and what they trade or sell changes. Juju's here. It's clearly Otharon that we talked to start that process. So, there are things to make sure you do before that. First off, we want to go to the shop here and make sure we have bought every art book. You can get most of these art books elsewhere, but you don't want to be missing anything. So we'll get ourselves Cure Bullet, Aura Burst, Shield Bullet. Anything with a star next to it is a thing we've already unlocked the higher levels of. Guard Shift, Heal Blast, and that's it. Cool. With that, the next thing we want to do is make sure we have done every timed quest here. I have, but here, for your pleasure, I will list them. So, he says, bringing up the list. Make sure you have done Emergency treatment, being a good grandfather, a thoughtful idea, a dash of colour, imagination's tempered, spirits raised, thieving monsters, the greedy monster, save the girl, Monster Quest 2, Monster Quest 3 Part 1, Monster Quest 3 Part 2, Challenge Part 1, Challenge 1 Part 1, Challenge 1 Part 2, Challenge 2 Part 1, Challenge 2 Part 2, Mysterious Quest 1, 2, 3 and 4, Collection Quest 1, Collection Quest 2, Search Quest 1, and Search Quest 2. Basically everything in the refugee camp. You'll notice I didn't mention Monster Quest 1 because that's got from the merchants outside Ragrinar. What's that? Ragrinar. Yeah, Ragrinar Canyon Path over there. So they obviously don't expire. But all of those other ones do. The final thing you will absolutely 1000% want to do is find Satata, who I think is only kicking about during the daytime. There he is. You will save yourself a lot of shit if you do this. Trade with Satata. And trade with him. Overtrade with him, even. What's his cheapest thing that'll get me the best? Fall defense. Reduces fall damage. There we go. Oh, there you go. Thick nectar. Let's trade him some steel silk for a thick nectar. And so pleased with the overtrade, he will give us a light rain element. This is a water seed. Throw it in the air to cause a 10-second rain shower. This is really handy for something in the future. The only other way you can get them is they're like a 5% drop from Aquanebulas on Bionis Leg, which only appear when it's raining and are really fucking annoying to kill. Once Satata goes back to Colony 6, his trade, like every other named NPC, his trading inventory changes, and from that point you can no longer trade for a light rain element from anyone, so they become really fucking annoying to get. You only need the one, so grab it now. Finally, we are basically done with that. I'm going to do this heart-to-heart, since we're here, but this heart-to-heart remains here. When you leave the refugee camp, this heart-to-heart can still happen fine. But this is a heart-to-heart between... interesting. This is a heart-to-heart between Ryan and Dunban. This is not the right one, because, as I say, they're not high enough affinity for that yet. We will be getting to that in the next few episodes, and hopefully we'll get their affinity up by in time. But I want the one inside over here. So this requires Sharla. Because this is what's on Ryan's mind. Can I tell you something? When I heard you call Juju kid, it made me smile. It did? I thought you were going to shout at me or something. No, actually, when you got angry at Juju, it reminded me of Gaddo. Here we fucking go again. That's why it made me smile. Oh, so it's about Gaddo. Hey, between me and Gaddo, who'd win in a fight? You, by a whisker. Oh, knew it. Me all the way, baby. Yeah, that thick head of yours could withstand anything. Thick head? Oi! What, did I say something wrong? I was joking, Ryan. Don't be so serious all the time. But you said it's only because of my thick head. That's one reason. I didn't say it was the only reason. Then what else have I got? You have dignified qualities. Dignified qualities? What do you mean by that? Come on, Charlotte, tell it to me straight. How can I put this? You're like a father figure? A father figure? Yeah, and I just thought maybe you'd be Juju's father one day. Which would also make him Charla's father. It's best not to think about it too hard. Hang on, if I'm Juju's dad, that makes Charla my daughter. And that ain't right at all. I got there at the same time as Ryan. What does that say about my thick head? Wait, you didn't believe me, did you? Gotcha. Hey, nice one. You make me laugh, Ryan. You're so red in the face I could swear you and Gaddo are related. Really? I guess that almost sounds like a compliment. I like chatting with you, Ryan, and I'm glad I met you as well. Sure, me too, Charla. So with that, I consider us finished up in the refugee camp, so let's head over to Colony 6. And the first thing I actually want to do is go to the Watchpoint Junction. Watchpoint, not Washpoint. And what I actually want to do here is head as if I was going to go back to Bionis Lake, because weirdly enough, there's a landmark here which is really easy to miss, because you don't get it the first time you come here, because there's a cutscene that triggers, and then you'll immediately start at the Watchpoint Junction. But if you head back here, you get... I said you get... the Supply Road landmark, so there we go, people often miss that one. Next, we need to get basically up here to this kind of exclamation mark. And here at the gates, we have the main entrance. And if we look inside, unsurprisingly, this truly is a terrible sight. It's more important that we get back to the job at hand. Should we continue? Oh, so you just can't go in there until we've triggered this mission. But yeah, it's not looking great. If we talk to Atharon, we want to rebuild Colony 6 and restore it to its former glory. To do that, we need to move everyone back from the camp. But Ragwell Bridge has been taken by a pack of ferocious monsters, so now no one can cross it. That is indeed a problem. The bridge is the only way to safety to safely move the refugees back to safety. Right, fucking try that again. That bridge is the only way to move the refugees back safely. With them stuck on one side and me on the other, we're all stuck. Can you eliminate the monsters on Ragwell Bridge for us? And this gives us the road home. Defeat the monsters on Ragwell Bridge. So, we will be rebuilding the colony once everyone has returned. Once you complete this quest is when the timed quests and everything in the refugee camp expires. Ooh, skill trees. What's crack here? Oh, Ryan's got prevents incapacitation from lowering tension. Very nice. Increases tension when damage is taken. That's good. Strength up buff with higher level enemies. Agility up buff. Attack power. Ooh, that's quite nice. Increase AP. No, I'll keep him on spirit for now. So, let's head over to Ragwell Bridge and fight some monsters. So here we've got a lot of black smoke hoxes to take on. They aren't the toughest enemies, they're level 30 and we're 33, so this is fairly straightforward. What gets you with them is there's an absolute ton of them. Specifically there's 6, so you can get overwhelmed really easily. I've actually gone for the non-healing option. We've got no Sharla, so the only healing we've got is Shulk's light heal, so I'm just hoping to basically do enough damage to get through them. We've got Shulk to help out with like Monado shield and stuff like that for if we have any visions, so I'm hopeful. So we've got a chain attack built up, but I'm actually going to hold on to it because I know what's coming. Let's grab this guy while we're still involved in the combat as well. Don't want to have to leave combat losing tension and party gauge and whatnot. So when you defeat the last black smoke hox, white smoke hoxes appear, and they immediately start a fight with you. So we are immediately going to chain attack them. So, we'll actually Worldly Slash. Again, I want to hold on to Blossom Dance in case we get a chain extension. Ryan, a bit of War Swing, always nice to fill the party gauge up a bit. And Shulk, we're not behind him, but backslash for the 3 times will be nice. Oh, I should have done Monado Buster, but the Monado wasn't charged. That was not a good chain attack, I'll be honest. Right, let's fight these guys manually then. Oh, vision time. So, one of them's going to use Sideswipe on Shulk, which is going to do a 700 damage. Sure, let's warn Shulk, why not? Shulk, what can you do to avoid that? I guess Monado Speed! Well, actually, show off Monado Speed. Use that on Shulk, and hey! Look at that. It's now fast enough that it's gonna miss. Though we killed that Hox anyway, so there was no need to even... that's one way of changing the future, is just to kill the thing that's stopping you from doing that. Let's see if we can indeed use a chain attack to finish this. Of course, now I haven't got Blossom Dance. I can bet you this will be the one that I get. That I get the full chain extension on. Yep, that's how it works. Well, I can still do a 4 times Gale Slash. That's something. It'll kill it, definitely. So, in fairness, Blossom Dance would have been massive overkill there. And we're ready for another chain attack already. Well, let's ruin this guy's day. Wow, that 2 times Sword Drive killed the shit out of him. Yeah, these 3 are fun combination. They're a bit more risky. Wow, that's a lot of silver chests. Holy crap. But yeah, they're a bit more risky of a combination because you haven't got any healing beyond Shulk's light heal. But Shulk and especially Ryan can tank damage and Dunban can dodge stuff. So between the pair of them, they can just not get hit that much, which is pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to sort through the remainders of these and actually see if there's anything useful from the items in them. I suspect not because they're all silver. It's gold that tends to have really good stuff. But anyway, I'll sort through that and then we'll head back to Atharon. No, that was wrong. It's not Atharon. It's heading back to Juju in the refugee camp. And this is the point at which we lock in the migration.
Alright.
You got rid of all the monsters on Ragwell Bridge. Now everyone can go home to Colony 6. That's kind of how he talks. He emphasises all those words too much. Thank you so much. Going back to Colony 6 will solve all the problems we had here and raise new and more exciting problems. Once we leave, we won't be able to come back here again. Should we go now? We can still wait here if there are things you need to do. So this is the official point where everything I've talked about becomes unavailable. Let's go. Okay, we'll move out right away. We'll need some help to rebuild Colony 6 when we get there. And that completes the road home. Gets us some interesting gems. XP up and AP up too, which increases experience gained after defeating an enemy and AP gained after defeating an enemy. Experience I really don't need because I'm probably over leveled as it is, but the AP one will actually be handy to have on someone because AP is the thing that lets you level up arts. That gets us Reconstruction HQ, and I think that's probably it's not our final landmark in Colony 6. I don't know where we've actually still got left to get, but there we go. There's apparently some... Oh, there'll be like the pod... Oh, I've got the pod depot. Is it that entrance or something like that? Because, yeah, when you've got everything, it fills in the map for you automatically. But we've got Reconstruction HQ. Next episode, we are going to start Colony 6's Reconstruction. That's cool, seeing the sword above us as well. So that's what we'll be doing next episode, because that's a whole thing. And there's a lot of quests that start being offered, and a lot of a process there. And so I hope you will join me next time. Thank you very much, and good day. Gado, of course. Oh, great. That's really nice of you, Charlotte. Hey, he's the best shot on Bionis. He'd snipe you before you had time to tie your shoelace. Come on, Charlotte. In a straight-up fight, no one can beat me. True. A punch from you would send anyone to A&E for a week. Anyway, who's going to start a fight with the mighty Rhine? There is someone, Connor. Someone I've never won a fight against. You don't mean Shulk? No, not Shulk. Shulk would never take me on. You're probably right. He's too puny to beat you. There was one time, though, we got into a scuffle. He ain't my size or build, but his jab is quick and powerful. I see. Sounds like a good tactic for Shulk. A clever fighter always uses his head to defeat his opponents. Hey, I can use my head in a fight, just not always my brain. You might not be the quickest thinker, but you act decisively. Right? I'm no sharpshooter like Gado, but I've got my style. You can always look to me when you're a jam, Charlotte. I'll be there. I know you will. I won't forget. I know. A girl beat you up. Alright, I admit it, it's Fiora. I don't stand a chance against her. It's been years of humiliation. I'd start off winning and then she'd cry and run off to Dunban. I can guess how that turned out. I used to give Gado what for, actually. He always gave in. Are all guys that soft on girls? All you need to know is this. Girls always win wine. Always. But it's easier when the guy's as kind as you or Gado. Me? Kind? I mean, thanks. That's the first time anyone's ever called me that. You sure? Ryan, I'm complimenting you here. Shut up and be grateful. Got it. This feels like a fight with Fiora. Let's quit while we're ahead. I'll take that as a good sign, Ryan. You better. I don't think I gave Charlotte Ryan's voice there. You better, because we'll probably have a few more like this. Give me a second. I know this one, but let me think on. There's that, but... Oh, no. Hang on. Okay, very funny. I'll get it. Sorry, Ryan. Why is it you can never think of these things when you need to? Charlotte, are you so old you're losing your memory? Huh? What was that? You say something? Oh, don't worry, it's nothing. I'll tell you what, if it comes back to me, I'll let you know. But I want to know now. Don't be such a baby, Ryan.